very welcome to you, and thanks for sharing your time with us on the program this week. We remain your source for all the latest happening in the world of business. My name is Loretta. You are warmly welcome. On the lineup this week, we join Faith and her guest, Mrs. Yetunde Ilori, the President and Chairman of the Council of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, CIIN, on the CEO Rendezvous for their exclusive interview, where Mrs. Ilori spoke about a wide range of issues and her achievements in the office as the President of the Council and the forthcoming Insurance Week, which is also her brainchild. It was quite an interesting section. Let's take a listen.
The Insurance Week is just building on platforms that other people have put in place. So when we look at the information that is out there about insurance, the Insurance Week aims at, number one, empowering the public. It's not just enough that you know there's something called insurance. Are you equipped enough to take an action? Do you know the benefits that you can get from insurance? Do you know where to get insurance? Do you know the types of insurance that you can get? That is on one side. Then even for the people that are knowledgeable, are you inspired enough to believe that this insurance works? So number one, another thing that the Insurance Week wants to achieve is to build trust, public trust, to showcase the different companies that we have. So it's not just that you're hearing insurance and you are wondering, where can I get it? Who can I talk to? Who are the people that are selling it?
This and many more line up on this week's program. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Details shortly. Please stay with us.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on this week's edition of the program, Almond Finance and Wealth Reports. As you know, we are a source for all the latest happening in the world of insurance. My name is Faith Uwode. On our set today, we have the honor and privilege to be hosting a very powerful woman, I must say, because she's the President and Chairman of Council of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, CIIN. Mrs. Yetunde Ilori. Thank you so very much, Ma, for joining us on the program.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
With you.
Thank you. Okay, now let me start off by saying the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria has continued over the years to provide the human capital for the insurance sector. You are the 52nd president of the institute. What would you say is the staying power of the institute?
Well, I think you have said it. The ultimate aim of the institute is to develop manpower, not just for the insurance sector in Nigeria, but also internationally, because we're not just serving Nigeria. You know, we also set standard for insurance professionalism, and we create awareness about insurance, the insurance education, and the insurance business as well.
Okay, now in today's fast-paced digital era, how is the Institute adapting to providing professionals with the tools needed for the workplace?
From where I stand, this I would say is one of the thrusts of my office, and in the insurance industry generally, it is evolving, because we appreciate the fact that without technology, there's know where you're going. That's the in thing, and that's just where we have to be. So I would say with the insurance industry and at Ciin, technologies of technology and technology is driving all that we do, but I must say we are evolving as well.
Okay. What has been the most profound of your presidency thus far?
Right from the time when I had my investiture, I made it clear that the theme of my tenure will be igniting the bedrock of our envisioned industry. You know, so many things are being said about the insurance industry, but it's for those of us that are within to ensure we, whatever misconception, whatever gaps that we have, that we create a bridge and we put insurance in its right position within the economy and within the nation. And I intended to drive the theme of my tenure under the agenda that is called EPIC. And EPIC, yes, a word.
Epic.
Yeah, but it's like an acronym
Okay.
where E stands for education. Education means not just writing exams, but empowering the public, getting them to know what insurance is all about, the benefits that they stand to derive, and P for professionalism, and that speaks to the insurance professionals to say, you know, you have to do it the right way. It's a global business. So we have to do it where it is working and it has worked. You know, we have to do it based on the same principle and the same standard. While my I stands for institutional recognition. And if you like, you can replace it with I, individual. You know, because what I mean is that a number of people that are doing things and we need to recognize them. And we need to, what I mean by recognition of institution is you initially ask the question about technology. So who are the people supporting us? Which company is doing it right? We need to reward all these activities and skills that people are building. And as well, capacity building, which is the C. Capacity building, you will know, appreciate with me that if we just want to be where we are, and not developing the right capacity, we will not be able to meet the needs of people.
Sure.
We need to know what do people need and what do we need to have to do at our own end to build, to meet these needs. As well, when you look at the demography of Nigeria, everybody is talking about the youth taking the critical size in that space. So how do we make insurance interesting to them? You know, they have a lot to offer. In some other fields, they have done a lot. And so for us, how do we bring in these young ones? You know, when you ask an average person going to the university, what do you want to be? Oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a banker. They don't know that the backbone of everything is insurance. Because with all these other professionals, you know, without insurance, they can't grow their business. The nation as a whole, to develop the economy, you need insurance. But people don't know. They don't know what insurance is all about. They don't know the opportunities that they have therein. And that's what I intend to drive. And to some extent, I've done that because this is my second year in office. And we can do more. I built on what I met on ground because as the 52nd president, a good number of people have gone ahead of me. They laid solid foundation, but it's supposed to get better from one presidency, from one administration to the other. So it's just to do my bit to under this agenda and ensure we put insurance in its rightful position.
Okay, Madam President, you mentioned something now that oftentimes you are gauging the market to know what is needed. But I just want to ask a follow-up question. How do you get feedback from operators, the market that you serve in terms of human capital? How do you get feedback of, oh, these are the areas of need where we need maybe professional training, people who are who have core experiences in those areas? Do you send like a survey? How do you get feedback from the market as to as regards the the set of skills that they need from the people that you're training?
Yes, we are training for the market and not just the market in Nigeria, like I said, because we serve other markets like Rwanda, Sierra Leone. So not just Nigeria, we're about even partnering with Ghana. So how do we know what the various markets that I've mentioned, what do they need? The way we do it, one, through survey. Secondly, direct requests. Thirdly, we look at our examinations and we measure how many people are we rolling out with each session of examination. I'll say this to you, for example, insurance business is divided into two. So you have the area where you call non-life, and those are the ones doing, another name for it is business, property and casualty. Some other people call it general business. Then you have the life. So by the time we are conducting our exams, we are measuring how many insurance companies do underwrite this particular class of business. How many people do we have that are sitting for the exams? And sometimes we look at the regulatory requirements. For example, the regulator will require that you need actuaries to be in certain departments. So we look at which company, how many do they have? Do they still rely on consultants to do this while the gap remain in their own company? So all this we use to measure, and sometimes we partner with our regulator to say, these skills are not enough. We need to build certain number of professionals in this area. So it's not just the areas where we write exams, because our examination is one, our training and other activities are also there. So in terms of internship, that's where we play. In terms of sponsorship, we play there also, and in also writing our own exams.
Okay, man, let's talk about your brainchild, the reason why we are here, Insurance Week. What is the vision behind it?
Oh, like I said before, the Insurance Week is just building on platforms that other people have put in place. So when we look at the information that is out there about insurance, the Insurance Week aims at, number one, empowering the public. It's not just enough that you know there's something called insurance. Are you equipped enough to take an action? Do you know the benefits that you can get from insurance? Do you know where to get insurance? Do you know the types of insurance that you can get? That is on one side. Then even for the people that are knowledgeable, are you inspired enough to believe that this insurance works? So number one, another thing that the Insurance Week wants to achieve is to build trust, public trust, to showcase the different companies that we have. So it's not just that you're hearing insurance and you are wondering, where can I get it? Who can I talk to? Who are the people that are selling it? Who are the people that will be there for you when you need them? Who are the people that will support you to take a decision? And Insurance Week is not just about the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria. Okay. It's a collaboration amongst all the entities that we have in the insurance industry. it is supported, highly, heavily supported by the regulator, because, I mean, they are there to protect the public. They are also there to help when it comes to government policies, national policies regarding insurance. So the brokers, they're also
Okay, I
with
was just
us.
going to ask if the brokers are also
All of
involved.
us in the insurance industry, the brokers are there because they are the professionals that advise the public on what to get when it comes to insurance. We go as low as even the agents, because they are the footfalls that are there to talk to individuals, to talk to SMEs, to represent insurance companies there. And when I say insurance companies, they are fully the ones sponsoring this program. And so the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria is just like we are the ones anchoring it.
Okay.
We need to bring everybody together, but under this one umbrella, to speak the same language and ensure that it's just one insurance.
Okay, well said. Now let's talk about you had the Insurance Week last year, which was, I believe, the first edition.
Yes.
What level of success would you say was recorded?
Highly, highly successful, I would say. One of the areas or highlights of that program is our Insure Quest, the hackathon. What the hackathon did was to send the word out there to people that are youths, young people, with specified age range within which they have to be, between 18 and 29. So young chaps, full of ideas, and we took them through series of, because it's not just enough to think, oh, this is what the insurance people should be doing. If you don't understand the business, there are many people that have never, many times you see somebody has never even sat behind steering of a car, and they're saying, oh yeah, turn left, turn right.
Turn right, park
No. So we have young people that are brilliant, full of ideas. They have designed platforms, they have designed software for some other financial systems, and they have full of ideas. They want to design. They want to say, oh, you are talking of your penetration. We can help you reach our colleagues. This is how we can do it. Even in terms of managing claims, we can support you. We can, simplify the process. We can remove bureaucracy through technology. So we invited them. We say, we don't want individual competition. We want the collaboration, collaborative effort that we have is what we, push to them also, to say we need people to work together as team. So we had team of 4, team of 6. We have some people that were even university undergraduates.
Wow.
They came together, they designed. We wanted to tell them that it's life in insurance and that you are welcome. And it's not like as it was in the beginning, so it's now and will ever be. You guys can come in and make a change and make a difference. So they competed. We selected from so many that applied, 6 teams. We took them through insurance education. They came up with what they think can work. And they didn't just sit in a room to come up with what they think can or they thought could work. They went to some areas to say, an area like Morocco, to say, you guys, you are living, this is your state of life. What do you think insurance can sell to you that you will buy? And they talked about, like savings. It's not until you die. You don't need to die to benefit from insurance. It's a disciplined form of transaction. It's not ATM that you will take there to withdraw your money. If you say, I'm saving towards building my business, you put it there until you get to the amount, and then you have protection as well. So they were able to develop products. They are now doing very fine. Some of them are ready to license their products. some insurance companies are ready to
Partner.
take it up from there, you know, and we believe it's going to get better. We need time. It's not magic. So I wouldn't say the 1 year thing will have done everything. And that's why we believe strongly that sustaining the tempo will get us there. So we're running for the second year.
Second year. Okay,
Yeah.
so that brings us to the question. Now, let's talk about the 2026 edition. When is it coming up and what should people expect? If you can run us through what is lineup.
So 2026 Insurance Week is here, and a number of activities lined up to engage the public and to tell the public that technology is key to us. And that you will see from our mascot, the defender. Its name is Nico.
Nico.
Right behind you. You will see it's telling us that technology is needed to protect you. Our defender, Nico, is holding a shield, saying that nationally we need to secure the economy of this nation. Businesses, small businesses that are in their number can grow if they protect their business with insurance. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is the insurance awareness work. First of all, we need to showcase ourselves, the different companies. We need to bond. There's going to be insurance fair, you know, because the insurance work is both, we have to be healthy. So we are also, so many things we are bringing together. So we'll take a walk, about a little over 6 kilometers walk. We end up at the National Stadium. And the interesting thing about the Insurance Week, whether the one that we held last year or the one that we're holding this year, is that it's a national activity. So the people in our Abuja chapter will be doing the same thing the same day. The people in Port Harcourt, they'll be doing the same thing. People in Ibadan, Abeokuta, Owerri, they will be doing the same thing. So we are speaking the same language to everybody to say, get to know more. Because if you can't take an action on what you are not properly informed about. So the week is starting with an insurance work, then followed by a grand opening to launch the year's theme. Because the theme for year 2026 is not the same thing for 2025. We are building on what we have done before. We are taking our defender, the Nico, to a next level, reloading, you know, the defender.
Reloading. Is that the theme for this?
The theme for this year is the future redefined. Because a lot has happened between last year and this year. One good thing that happened in our industry is the enactment of a new law for us, NERA 2025. So when we say our NICO is reloading, it means we're taking into cognizance the various developments that we've had since the last year event happened. So we're going to have market engagements. We're going to go into schools. The interesting thing about schools that we're going to this year is we're going as low as the elementary schools. We want to tell them about the ABC of insurance, because you wonder that the children, you can't imagine the extent to which they can influence their parents. You can't imagine the extent that they can go, knowing from the beginning of their life. You know, they said their cities, their own state is totally different from ours. Whatever you give your phone to a young child, you cannot imagine what he would do with that phone. So we realize we need to catch them young. We need to tell them, we don't want them to wait until they are very, very old and say, when I'm old, this is what I will do. No. We want them to start learning about insurance. Some of them have bicycles. So what if my bicycle should have an accident? Is that a recourse? It's not only motor that can be insured, though. Even your small bicycle can be insured. What if you suddenly fall? Should mommy and daddy be running around? No. There's a kind of insurance that can be in place that will take care of that. They don't need to touch their money or their salary once they have paid that little money to take care of treating you. So we're going to the elementary schools, give them books, get them to participate. We're going to marketplaces, and then the hackathon, some set of about 6 sets of young groups, young individuals are now put together. We're educating them about insurance. We want them to develop a career in insurance. We want them to build for us, because in insurance, it's not just the insurance professionals that we need. We need other people from other fields, and that's how we will grow. If not, we'll be so myopic, and we don't want to be that. So there will be a reward day. We'll be talking about who had the best result in insurance in Nigeria, who has been the best journalist educating people about insurance, who are the people that have supported our business in insurance. We're going to have an ambassador. That every year is a yearly activity. There's a young insurer that we want to keep talking to, probably other younger people. So we normally have a competition, a quiz competition, and the person that emerges the best, we develop his own program for the coming year. And then we end up, when after a serious hard work, you deserve to relax and then rejoice over the success that you have made. So the gala night.
This is our time on the program, and thanks for being with us. Join us same time, same station next week for a fresh package. Visit our YouTube channel to check all our interesting videos. Do like, share, and subscribe. My name is Loretta. Until next time, it's a goodbye from the team.